deal with two thugs right now.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
With me and
Well,
Thrall
I'm not saying anything. All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna hold on to those words for later, and I'm gonna have some fun.
That is making my butt cheeks.
We should have a time. We should make an animation of us trying to rescue Leah, and then have things go bad in 3, 2, 1, and then glad as it is.
Our luck will get there, and it's like, well, thanks a lot, guys. You ruined the plan. Also, you're all gonna die now.
All right. You guys ready to die?
Well, I mean, the worst case scenario, it just means I have to waste my 2 stealth slots at one time. So
I'm ready to kill a bunch of NPCs. Let's do it.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
So in the last episode of Dungeons and Dreidels, we had a good RP moment between Zlatota and Vernant. In the beginning, they were talking over breakfast. Then we had a little scene with Martha and Throm in the marketplace, where Martha looks like she was going to say something, and Throm had exchanged some things he had found in Motorbjorn with her. After they went their separate ways, Throm did a slight investigation and ended up finding the princess.
Right?
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, so he did a full-blown investigation.
All right, there we go.
No slight about it. It was full-blown 100%. It's like 99.99999 rounded up to 100% investigation. So
World's angriest detectives.
Ego thoroughly strong.
there was a okay, so we had a kind of like a marketplace endeavor where like Throm went to the marketplace, Vernant went to the marketplace, Zlatota went. Vernant actually ended up coming across a shop shortly after Zlatota, and ended up trading in some stuff, getting a better set of armor, and signing him up to apprentice for 3 days. So, Leah tried to sneak around in the inn, only to be caught by Eldrin in kind of like an awkward, hey, see you later moment. Let's see here. So, everybody ended up meeting at the Silver Dwarf. Shortly thereafter, everybody was done their business for the day, and there's a little more RP between Throm and Martha, like in the kitchen place, and then a large party erupted. Martha ended up using some of her beguiling charm and a little bit of magic to get the party started, but after that, everybody was feeling pretty good. After a little while of that, several individuals heard a sound of like glass shattering from upstairs, and upon further investigation, found her room to be just covered like a bloodbath, and finding a single letter and a scabbard on the bed. After reading the letter, they came to find that it was indeed a ransom letter, essentially asking the party to bring the princess, or else they were going to kill Leah, with an area circled on a map. So now the party is headed to the area that is circled on the map, and at the very end, as everybody was trying to be stealthy, Vernant crashed into a couple of trash cans and alerted a couple of thugs that just started tailing him 10 or 15 feet. Where we finally left off was Vernant holding his ground as these two thugs kind of slowly approach him, kind of like beating their maces in hand.
I tried to intimidate them, which is like one of my only skills, and they beat me by 1.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave it there. So as these couple of thugs, they just walk up to you menacingly.
I mean, alright. And in the last session, I drew my rapier and buckler, so I feel like I'm kind of in this now.
Okay, you're in it. They stop. Oi, what's a little pipsqueak like you doing here?
I don't think that's any of your business, friend.
Fair enough. How's about you empty your pockets and then bugger off?
I kind of look at my purse and it's like, funny thing, I actually don't have any money right now.
He looks over at his friend. Well, me and my friend here were not inclined to believe you. How's about we take a
understand.
look for ourselves?
I might have some problems with that.
They approach you.
All right.
Kind of like you know, shoulder by shoulder. They're kind of like blocking up most of the alleyway. Like behind them would be hard to like push through them.
Yeah. I think that I'm just going to approach, and if it seems like they're going to attack me, I'm going to attack them first.
Okay. So then let's go over here. Let me get a battle map here. And boop.
But yeah, I'm kind of gonna try and not take them by surprise because they have me cornered, but you know, put my buckler out in front of me, and I'm just gonna charge the guy on the right essentially, and just go right for an attack before they're too prepared.
All right. Well, considering you both have your weapons out and drawn,
Oh yeah.
and you're kind of like both like approaching each other, I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll initiative. So go ahead and plop your token down somewhere, and then I'll plop the guys next to you. And let me put on something with a little more atmosphere.
Should
when I get some art for Vernon.
just check. Should me and Martha drop ours too? Since we were nearby, I think you said we were a good distance ahead, but
Yeah, you are about like 50 or
Was
so
that
feet.
too early for
so-
initiative? I don't know.
So you are about like right here, somewhere. That's like where
That is if you guys
Yeah,
decide
you
to help
Martha.
me.
yeah, I'm gonna be off to the side a bit because I am still stealthed with a 24.
Actually, as of now, we're gonna go ahead and use the new initiative anyway. So we'll roll that again based on what we're gonna do. So hold on here.
Interesting. I still
I
don't
just
know how
noticed
the
all the new-
initiative works, but
New macros. Cool.
I'll learn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there are new macros.
So for some reason I can't find it here. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Good.
There we go. I was gonna say my token doesn't have any health or movement or anything, but now it does.
Assuming this is like a perfectly straight alleyway. It's not perfectly straight, but close enough.
Yeah.
This is the alleyway. So you guys would have to move your tokens inside of it.
Okay.
Okay.
That looks about right.
Alright, so as these guys are kind of walking up, you can assume they are snapping to grid here, but they're like, you know, somewhere in between the two spaces, trying to kind of block
Yeah.
off this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how we roll this, it's pretty self-explanatory. I try to lay everything out so it makes sense. So the highest initiative goes last in this new way. So you want the lower the better. And how it's set up is I'll just do it on this one real quick. So it's gonna ask you movement or no movement. These thugs, they're gonna move. They're moving up to you. So this guy's gonna move. His action. So this is where it's gonna get tricky. So you can do. I would say you could do an action that is equal to your same die. Like if you wanted to change your action, but you'd have to keep it in the same group. So like on your turn, if you're like, I decide to do something different, you can, but you either have to like wait, or you would have to, you'd either have to wait, or you'd have to do something else that's a similar die. So for the action, he's gonna go ahead, and since you have your weapon drawn, you look like you're gonna attack. He's also going to attack. So it's based on the weapon die. So his weapon die, for instance, is a d6. So a d6 is what he rolls to attack. A multi-attack, you only roll it once, but you do whatever the highest damage is. So if you attacked with like a rapier and a dagger or something, however it was, whatever weapon is higher is the weapon you use. So he's gonna roll a d6. His bonus action, he's not using a bonus action, so no bonus action. And he doesn't have one of these status modifiers. Essentially what this does is it says, like, if you're unconscious or unable to act, you go last. Because no combination of stuff will give you higher than 30.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing because part of my swashbuckler archetype is that I get to add my charisma modifier to my initiative. So I don't know how that's gonna work here. But
okay,
yeah.
So well, there's other things like Throm gets advantage on initiative because he's a barbarian. So I was just gonna have him do the same thing, like do the whole thing twice and take the highest number. I might make him a custom macro so like it does it automatically, but until I take the time to do it, he'll just have to do it twice. So for you,
on the complex initiative thing.
For you, I would say you could just. Okay, it's a class ability, you can take a charisma. So I would say you just minus it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we're still bringing in like dexterity modifiers for your initiative, because like my initiative due to dex plus 3, don't know if that would subtract 3 or just go with what I have.
It all depends on what you're doing. The only modifiers that will apply in special cases, which we'll have to do like case by case, is if you have a class ability that like specifically is like you add this to your initiative, in which case, like in his case, his class ability that adds it, in this case I'm gonna have him subtract it, because the lower the better.
Okay.
So alright, so you got a 9, so you would actually be what, what's your charisma?
Plus 3, so 6.
Okay, yep, so you'd have a 6. I'll modify it. Again, this is like 90% done macro, so I'll go in. What I might just do at the end is have one last column like a custom modifier, so that way you can, All right. So
they go first, technically, then, right?
Hold on, he's going to attack. I'm rolling for the other one, but I was like talking to you, so I wasn't really doing it. No bonus action, no stats modifier. Okay. Now you do ascending. So the thug goes first. The first thug that rolled a 4 goes first. Then you, then the second thug.
Okay.
So then after that point, you take your turn like normal. So he's gonna go up. He has enough movement, so he's gonna go behind you and block you off. So as he kind of like runs over and like you know, right behind you, he's gonna go ahead and use his mace.
Okay. That hits. So 5 bludgeoning. Ouch.
Okay. So,
And then for my classing, I need to look at one of my abilities real quick. So hold on.
okay, you got it. Yeah, I figure battle will take like a tiny bit longer for the first one or two that we do with this, but once you do it a few times, it's pretty self-explanatory.
So this guy is not within 5 feet of me.
Yep.
Which means due to Rockish Audacity, I would get sneak attack on this guy.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
I think I'm reading that right.
That's
Cool.
correct.
So he took his 1 attack. Is it my turn now?
Yep. So that's your go. So yeah, he comes up behind you and he's like, you like duck under the first one, and he just like barely catches you in the side with the second one as you're like, you recoil.
Kind of seeing that the alleyway is now less blocked off, I'm basically going to run at this dude, the one behind me currently. Gonna turn around, run at him, kind of kick him in the side of the ankle and maneuver around him and attack him, and then just slide my rapier into the small of his back while I'm behind him.
Okay, nice. So
And
6,
that's a
and then
sneak
you
attack. So roll
3d6,
level 6 one.
I believe.
3d6.
I believe so.
3d6 at level 6.
Nice. So slash roll 3d6. I'm gonna add a thing for rolling my sneak attack automatically later on.
Yeah. Do you want me to? I'll do it later. I can add a macro right to your button if you like your token.
I can just add it as an attack. Honestly, that would be easy too.
Okay, you can do it
Just
either
an
way.
attack that only does damage, 3d6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's 15 damage.
Okay, so as you do that, you slide by him this time, and you can see as kind of like his upper torso, it's quite a ways from anything like super vital, but you do pierce all the way through his back, but it's just like a, like the side chunk. It's like right directly to the side of his armpit, and you can see like, fuck, as his friend runs up. Hold on here. So his friend runs up.
There we go.
Behind you. And also, okay, so the second one definitely does not hit. The first one does hit for 11.
11.
So, so this was like that, 1 second kind of exchange here. So now what we're going to do is, if you guys wish to do anything, Martha and Slasota, you may roll initiative this round. But again, it's based off what you're planning to do. So just keep that in mind.
I think I'm actually going to keep watching. I don't want to break cover, especially right now with everything that's going on, because I'm here to help Throm. If Vernon's going to start up fights in the alley, I don't want to break cover and ruin things for Throm right now. So I think right this turn, I'm going to hold off.
So sweet.
I'm not sure she wants to help, but blowing cover would be pretty stupid.
Why can't I see the chat?
She can't get Bardic Inspiration without blowing cover. Can't do Mantle of Inspiration.
Is it within 5 feet of you, Vernant, or is it 5 feet of them?
5 feet of Vernont.
Yeah, it is within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
So I can't do it right now because I'm surrounded. But if I were to move behind one of these dudes, I would get it again.
Correct, yeah.
And whenever I do my sneak attack via that, I'll try to role play it in a way that makes sense. Like, there, I stabbed that dude in the back. Like, I'm not just gonna say, "Oh, I ran up to him and stabbed them 18 times." Sneak attack. No, that's not how that works.
Right.
I think for right now, she's just going to hide behind Slatota.
So,
Because, of course, she is.
Okay. I also added other things to the. Hold on. So for the complex initiative. Now it won't let me do it. But I added all the actions that you can take in battle as a reminder.
Yep.
But just like for you, just remember that as a rogue, as a bonus action, you can do a lot of those things instead. So,
yeah.
So you would do like on the bonus action one, it's like a class ability. You would use that instead of the action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and roll, my man.
Oh. Okay.
Depending.
Wait.
So yeah, so we
sorry. I reroll initiative. Okay.
Yeah, we reroll initiative every turn depending on what we're doing. So if you stayed still, they set up to like they are standing still and just attacking. That's why their initiative is so low. So if like you only stayed still, you would have less die.
Ah, damn. I guess because it's doing because I'm doing so much.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the first thug here on the top is gonna use his multi-attack.
This is actually pretty cool.
Okay. So
one hits.
Okay, so one hits. Just a little bit, just a little nick.
Not doing so hot, but.
And then the second one's gonna go. Okay, and then it's your go.
Okay, one hits. Whew. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage on the one that's now behind me. And I'm going to run around this guy and stab him in the back again. Basically the same maneuver that I did before.
Hold on. Just so you know, just so you're aware, that is not the same guy. This is the guy that you did it on the first time.
Well, I don't really. It doesn't really matter that much to me.
Well, I mean it does, because you can see like that this one is pretty damaged. In case you're trying to take one.
Could I revert that because I got confused?
Yes, yeah, I will, because it was. That's what I'm saying. Like you.
I tried to do it against this guy.
Yeah, you in battle, like you would know that. Like you stab this guy, he's bleeding profusely. Like, yeah. Okay, so 12. Yep,
Does
12
that hit?
hits. Yes. It
Oh
does.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
these guys are
back
like
then.
meat sacks.
10 damage.
That sneak attack damage, yo. All right.
I'm really low with the sneak attack too.
And it's only going to get scarier.
Yep. Not unfortunately not enough to take him down, but you do see him like he comes on one knee as you come around and you get him again, and he's not looking so hot. He's bleeding profusely.
Yep.
He looks up to you, and then we're gonna have everybody roll initiative.
Everybody?
Well, we're
check.
redoing it at the top of the round. So again, Martha and Latota, if you wish to join in this round, you may.
I got 4 hit
No.
points, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, from where I am, how bad does Vernat look?
I mean, you watch as they surrounded him and they just started beating the fuck out of him. He's pretty like weaselly, so he's like dodging a lot of them, but like he's still taking some solid blows. He definitely at this point has already taken some damage, but you also see that he's done quite a bit of damage to the one that's right in front of him.
All right. I don't want to, but this is not going in his favor too much, especially.
would speaking to someone count as using an item or interacting with for a bonus action?
More than like I don't want to be a super dank, but more than like something that you could say like while doing other stuff. Like if it's something where you're like, go over there, like that is very simple. Like you could say go over there, like while you're doing other things.
Yeah. But if I were to like stop and try to like convince these guys to stop attacking me, that would probably be an action or bonus action.
Yeah, I would say like it would probably take your action to like, depending on what you're gonna do too. Like if you're like gonna sheathe your weapon and put your hands up and be like,
oh yeah, not gonna
convince them like that. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to try and have a full-blown conversation where you're persuading them, I would say that would be an action.
All right, then I'm just gonna keep doing what I do.
Alright, so this other thug here, that had a 3, he's gonna do his thing.
I guess disengage would be pretty important here. Okay.
Uh-oh. We got a tie.
Okay, so you guys move. It's supposed to be at the same time, but considering I'll let this go in your favor because you are more dexterous.
Alright.
Oh shit, I forgot to do initiative. Okay.
I mean,
Oh.
assuming you want to join the battle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll wait to see.
Yeah, so Martha, what we're doing is we're using the complex initiative.
Yeah, it's a macro.
So it
Oh,
should be
the complex one.
Yep, so
And then
it'll
you
tell
kind of-
you what you
plan out
want.
your-
Yeah, you have to
plan out your
pick
turn
the
a bit.
options depending on what you want to do for the turn.
It's actually pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, like I said, it's the first couple of battles with it are going to be slow, but what I anticipate is like at the end of the turn, like people think about what they want to do.
That's that's what it's helping me do. It's helping me plan things out instead of going like.
Right, and it gives people incentive. Like if you're just going to stand there and attack, you're going to go quicker than.
Obviously, in my scenario right now, that would be the death of me.
Right.
So vicious mockery would be
I
what,
can't-
attack D4 or
No,
It's an
if
action,
if
isn't
you
it?
look if
Yeah.
you look on the bottom, there is a fuck. There's one for spells.
There's
okay,
And
cast
so you-
spell D8 plus spell level.
Yes, D8
Is
plus
that the
spell
one?
level. So it's a cantrip, so it's a level 0. You don't put anything there because it's a cantrip. So it would just be a D8.
Bonus action, no bonus action. Status modifier. What's the status?
Essentially,
Doesn't-
like what's going on with your character. There's only 3 right now. There's surprised. There's and then there's like you can't act. There's like you're unconscious and you're unable to act.
Okay, so none of those. Ooh, a 4.
Oh, all the 4s. All
there we
right.
got a 3-way try.
Please save me.
Okay, so Martha and Zlatota will say you guys go
Ooh,
first.
I should have done healing word as a bonus action. Sorry. I'll just yell at them for you. Hey, you fatty. Go eat a steak, ugly.
All right, which one?
Let's say
There's
The
one
closest
dude who's.
one.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. The
You
other
gotta make
dude is
someone
bleeding-
off
the other
themselves.
dude is bleeding to death. All right.
All right, so I'll have him make a save. DC 15. What is it? Wisdom? Nope. Okay.
Yep.
So he takes 5 damage as he's like, huh? And he comes around like he had no idea that you guys were there. So he's like looking in the dark. He's like, oi.
I think the wisdom save is actually because doesn't he get disadvantage on something
What?
like that? I forget how.
I think You're probably thinking of like
Yeah,
Scanlan
yeah.
because he had.
I'm thinking of that. Yeah.
Yep.
Cutting words. Yep, that's what it is. Okay. Never mind.
All right. So you say that, and he looks over in your direction, seeing Zlatota and Martha. He's like, "Oi, Zlatota, your go."
Well, I was gonna ask for him seeing us. Would I be able to get that from hidden shot off, where I got the advantage, or is it ruined now?
I'll give it to you on this one, because he's still unprepared. He's like just turning around, and like right as he sees you, you're like, you fire a shot.
Yeah, I'm like.
Dude.
So, and what are you doing? The one that's closest to you? Are you doing?
Yeah,
this
it's one closest to me.
Okay. Yep. So.
Ow.
Also add the Colossus Slayer if you didn't.
That's what that is. That's the 2d8. I rolled an 8 and a 1.
Okay. Cool. So
And
this
then,
one is looking pretty rough.
Yeah, and I also have extra attack, so I'll be following that up. Let me take off advantage first. The second.
Same guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, fatty.
So as he whips around, the first one you see catches him right near his heart, like right in the center of the torso. Well, not center of the torso, but you know what I'm saying. And he's like, ugh! He staggers back. He goes to grab at it. As he goes to grab at it, in that half second, there's another that's like right by, like kind of gets him in the arm, and it goes through his forearm a little bit. He's like, ugh! As he screams in pain. This other thug here whips around for a second, seeing the two other ones, and then looks back at you, Vernon, with like hate in his eyes. Brought friends, I see. And he goes in for his multi-attack at you.
1 hits. I'm on 1 hit point.
Okay, and he didn't move or anything, so that's his go. So this thug here, oh gosh, he doesn't have a lot left. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead.
23 points of damage.
He's gonna multi-attack here,
Please miss.
but not to kill. He's going to subdue here. So
Okay, he does. He knocks me the fuck out.
okay, so he knocks you out. As he knocks you out, he picks. You guys see this as this thug kind of like sidesteps out of the way, and you see as this thug has Vernon like by the neck, and he just calls out to you, "One more step, and your friend dies. Don't test me." As they begin to
Why does this keep
back up.
happening to me?
Hey, Vernon, do you trust me?
I'm unconscious.
Both of these guys are looking pretty rough. Like that was a solid ambush. So, all right, Vernon, go ahead and make a death saving throw.
One of these people
Actually-
understand that nobody cares about me.
I mean, you succeeded anyway, but it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter at this point because he knocked you
Because
to
I'm not dying.
Yeah, he knocked you to subdue you. So Martha, you go.
That's back at top
sorry,
initiative.
yes, this is back at the top. So, yeah, so these guys, yeah, they are both going to. That's a good question here.
Go nowhere.
They are actually both going to do this.
God damn, Zatoda. Bad initiative. Because you're just attacking, that's why, right?
Yeah, I can shoot these guys all the way from what 150 feet away. Them only being 50 feet away from me is not that bad
And
for
you
me.
got 2 attacks, so you just flip. Each neck.
Yeah, I just hope I don't roll too low.
Somebody rolled lower than you. No.
Oh yeah, I gotta do mine. Movement, none.
vicious mockery, and then shoot one. It'd be good.
Or I shoot you and save them the trouble.
I wouldn't blame you.
There's no hostage if I shoot him.
All right. So this thug goes, and he watches as you like slowly like try like you're gonna knock an arrow, and he calls out, "Aye! Not another inch, or your friend gets it." And he like he puts the mace, like he holds it tight. And it's your
You're
go.
gonna bludgeon me to death if you keep moving.
No, he has like two hands, like he's literally holding you up. Your neck is like over the bar of the mace, and he's like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like he's going to snap your neck,
Yeah.
essentially.
I just really like the idea of it's like, alright, you moved.
Alright.
All right, it's your go, Zlatota.
Alright. Now, let's hope, because we don't have Martha's blessing this time. Pretty sure that gets it.
How?
And does that one drop him? Because
Yes, but wait. He was straight up, like I said, he's straight up readying an attack. Like he's watching you knock the arrow, and he told you to like pretty much, I don't think so. So I'm gonna have you make
I was gonna say I'm shooting anyways.
Yeah, rather than straight up kill off Fernand, let's do a dexterity off here. If he can do that.
Should I do this as a saving throw or straight up dex?
Just straight up dex.
Straight up dex.
Ooh.
Okay. So, you're welcome, Vernant. So, as you can see, he's about to like pull it, and you just like right in the forehead.
And then I turn
falls back.
Yeah, once I see that connect, I turn to the other.
Okay.
I just pop the next shot.
Yep, that's enough. That's actually just enough to get him too. So, you can see like the other thug, like he looks for like the briefest second at his friend as his friend's falling back mid-fall, and as he like goes to like take his mace, he falls back as well.
These guys are fucking tough, man. I wasn't expecting that many hit points.
So, if this comes up again and I'm saying they're readying an attack,
Oh yeah.
that means if you keep going, they will straight up do it. Like,
All right.
just for future stuff. Okay.
I guess now it's time to go. I think I'll go ahead and pull my 4 arrows out of these guys.
Yep,
I think
not a
Martha
problem.
will take care of the.
Oh, by the way, could somebody wake me up, or would they have to heal me to get me up? I'm unconscious, but I'm also like almost dead.
Yeah, like it's not a simple slap you awake. You would have to get some healing. As you guys approach, you can see he's like badly wounded. He's got like just like these nasty purpley welts all
let me
over.
ask
Martha
you-
kisses his boo-boos.
let me ask you a question. Are my ribs broken? As far as I can tell, are my ribs broken?
They don't seem to be.
Not
Hey,
anymore,
you've
because
taken
I
some-
smooched you.
You've taken some damage, mostly along like the upper torso area, just because the
Yeah.
way that you've dodged. And as you come up, like you're feeling pretty sore. Like your like the side of your head feels like it's on fire right now.
So I'm conscious now.
Yeah, you're conscious. You essentially awake to like a very brief, like soothing warmth, and then it turns into this intense white hot pain in the side of your head.
I just kind of open up my eyes and I look around and I'm just like, I kind of feel around my abdomen and I'm just like, well, Martha, they didn't break my ribs.
Right. And since we're doing that, I'll go ahead and pop Cure Wounds also.
Oh, okay.
Everyone heal the stick,
I might-
baby.
I might survive for like an extra 2 minutes off of all. Oh God, that's a lot.
Ooh, well done, Slatota.
So, what is that? 2 times 2 days?
Yeah, I'm not having very good luck.
Maybe stay out of the alleys.
When 3 members of a party have cure wounds.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
So,
you can.
so as you guys are doing this, Martha and Zlatota, because you can kind of see past Vernant, you can't see this because your back is to it. But Vernant, as you kind of like sit up and you're like, oh, you guys are talking, you're getting some nice healing and whatever. Martha and Zlatota, you see this little like, just like this dirty kind of kid, just like poking his head out of an alleyway down the way, like from where you came from, like down in this direction.
Child.
And just watching, like not really doing anything, just like kind of like watching you guys.
Martha cannot resist children. She's like, hello, dear. It's okay. We're not going to hurt you.
I'm going to search these guys' pockets real quick.
And at that, as you do that, the head disappears, like back behind like the what you can assume to be like another alleyway or whatever that it was peering through. Zlotota, so you go ahead and just make an investigation check. And as you're going through, you pick out what appears to be like a folded kind of half crumpled like letter. Okay, so you find 1 gold piece and 5 silvers on like both of them together, and then you find this what appears again to be like a folded kind of half crumpled piece of paper. I say piece of paper, but it's like, you know, a decent size, like 8 by 11 kind of standard, like it's a full sheet of paper.
I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'll read that. Just uncrumple it, unfold it as much as I can.
It appears to be almost like a map of some sort. You can see like a couple of like crudely drawn landmarks. You can see Handel, like in relation, because it says Handel. And again, there's just like a couple of crudely drawn landmarks on it.
Okay, so this is like outside of the city, not
Yeah.
within the alleyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Fold it up. I'm gonna put it into just one of my pockets.
Okay.
And Vernant kind of gets up off the floor and like dusts himself off and looks around and I'm gonna take a look at the weapons that they were using. Are they like super duper crude or do they look like they'd be worth anything?
They're not bad actually. They appear to be I don't want to say like well equipped, but they're definitely functioning maces. They're like I'm trying to think of how you describe it. They're not like a Morning Star mace. They're like the ones that are shaped like an upside down bell with like multiple.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. I can't remember what those are called, but
kind of a flanged or a winged mace, kinda.
yeah.
It's at least more than a metal pipe.
Could I take one or take both of them even?
Sure. They also both have heavy crossbows on them as well.
Could I just add those things from the compendium? Would that work?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
whatever
obviously
you
can't
can
use
carry,
that.
whatever you can carry, you can take. And there's a total of
Sweet.
34 bolts between the two of them.
All right.
And
I've
like a
considered getting a
small like bolt,
crossbow.
like a small like each one of them has like a small bolt quiver that goes with it.
Okay.
What
Sweet.
the
I
Uh,
have something to turn in if I want to the blacksmith.
So they both have a set of leather armor like that's on them if you're like completely stripping them down naked, like hood style.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not gonna do that.
One of them is like blood soaked just because like the one you stabbed through bled a lot. The other one's not terrible, but it's just standard kind of leather armor.
34 bolts, right?
Yep.
Sweet. I can't use any of these things, but hey, they're probably worth something.
You can
Unless you want to hand one off to Martha.
You can still use something that you're not proficient with.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but yeah.
And my vicious mockery pretty much does the same thing, but gives disadvantage if it saves, or they don't save. So
It does give disadvantage on what?
does give disadvantage. Yeah.
On what?
I believe it's their next attack.
Yep.
That could have been helpful if we had known that or remembered that. All right, well, whatever.
Wait, what now?
Vicious mockery does give disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah,
If
I
they-
know. Crazy.
Yeah, but if they have multi-attack, it only does it for the first one. In the case where he hit
Oh.
you, the first one didn't hit anyway.
Missed anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of pack all that up into my bag, and I'm like, well, let's get moving, shall we?
I guess so.
And we're not like badly bruised, but he's like standing there, just like, yeah, okay, I'm kind of okay.
I
That's
guess
kind
as
of-
he's
Yeah, it's kind of the impression you get from how he is right now. It's like I can walk, kind of.
going, well, let's get going. I'm gonna just basically clap him on the back. Go, all right, but try not to get caught this time.
Next time I see anybody who looks like that, they're not making it far.
Let's see if my luck's still holding out. Yeah, I think my luck's still holding out.
Oh, Jesus. Should I? I'm gonna roll a stealth check too. That's not bad. They're not-
Ooh, Martha is the knight.
Yeah, so, and especially considering how high the other two rolled, like, no issue, like, you guys all go in tandem, making your way. But at this point, you have lost some time, so we're going to pan over to Throm and Eldrin. So as you guys take to the skies, I don't believe you would have noticed everything going down.
No.
No, we were trying to figure out the predicament about how are we going to get to the clearing without getting spotted.
Actually, what you guys do here, because, battles is like 6 seconds around or whatever, so after a few minutes, you guys are assessing the situation, and you do hear kind of like a couple of like, ugh! Sounds coming from the direction that they are in.
Yeah, last time we did perception check and we saw some guards on the rooftops. Did they seem alarmed after that little noise fest?
It didn't last long, the scuffle, and you only heard like one or two outcries, and even then it wasn't like terribly noisy. And you guys are watching. So the 6 watchmen that you saw like kind of on the, we'll call it balcony region of this like opening in the buildings, this clearing, they don't appear to have noticed. They're also like, they're still a little ways in front of you, so you guys were flying and you noticed them, and then I can't remember, did you guys land or are you just like flying around?
No, we were hovering in the air. Bromley boy got some good wings.
Okay.
Well, how about? Hmm, you said before that we couldn't see the middle at all, so
Correct, because the distance you are away, you can see the people that are on the top, but you'd have to like fly up really high in order to kind of see in the middle, or you'd have to like go closer. I was just pointing out that from here, based on what you could see, that you could see the people on like what looks to be a balcony region.
I'll just say to the problem and say, so you got any ideas as to how we can deal with those 6 charming fellows without endangering anyone?
Mm, we could drop down and kill them.
I'd rather not use any spells unless I can help it in case things go somewhere we don't want them to go. Uh, but if necessary, I guess we can try getting some fresh blood and dropping demons on them. That's very extreme, I know, but
Drum just looks like confused, like demons. What the fuck is he talking? How about the first we see? How about the first we see if there's anybody in the square? And I'm gonna
you know, I can fly
increase
up and fly closer. So,
my altitude and fly up and over a little.
oh boy. All
Higher.
right, here comes another perception check then.
Yeah.
What? Here it is. Here it is. My luck has all left this campaign and went to the other campaign. I'm always been lonely.
Eh, not really, but I'll roll them anyway. Yeah.
We aren't we aren't exactly the best at this.
My job is to kill.
Oh, 9 and 10. Hmm.
Can I see a building, any buildings above the line of sight of the guards on the roof? On both corners of the roof or of the down on the ground of the clearing? Okay. Gotcha.
I'll just look at them and say, at best I can hold 4 people still for a brief period, but not 6. And even if we do hold 4 people down at once, that will kind of compromise our backup plan in case we need it.
What was our backup plan?
Backup plan, things go to shit, they're about to kill Leah, you drop me on top of Leah, I teleport her away. Or throw me at Leah, whichever you prefer. Though I would prefer a soft landing.
Well, she's not in the middle of the courtyard, so maybe she's in that building there.
Let's sneak around, shall we? I say as Brom just beating his wings in midair.
So yeah, I guess we'll maybe try to see the entirety of that apartment complex, maybe the rear and the other side, and whatnot. Like kind of circle it, not circle it like go down, but the entirety of the.
So you're going down to ground level?
No. I mean, like from the sky. I'm assuming we saw this complex from the front because we could see the windows.
Yeah. Well, you were.
The windows from the ceiling.
So when you flew up high altitude, that's where you could kind of get a better vision. Again, it's fairly dark in here, but the reason you can see is because it's fairly well lit in the complex.
Right.
So yeah, getting a better view. Yeah, you guys are say.
Or I don't know if it's necessarily a better view, just a full view, just to kind of see
Yeah.
the whole complex rather than any minute details, just to kind of really see the entire complex, if that makes sense. I think.
Okay.
Here's the thing, we don't really need to engage any of these guys. We just need to sneakily get in, find where they're holding Leah. If there's someone there, I hold, and I use hold person on them, and we get the F out.
I do not know if you know this, but I'm not the sneakiest of people.
I just look at him and say, "You're going to have to do your best." I don't think any one of us, except for Leah, is designed for stealth.
If you would like to sneak in, not going to cause a distraction.
Well, if we fail to sneak, yes, you will need to destroy things and destroy them fast.
Okay. So we're trying
Can we see where the others are right now, actually?
You kind of left them in the dust.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Since we've kind of seen what we can see there, I'm gonna like circle back and fly over, I guess, to where possibly they should be. I doubt I will see them because they have good stealth rolls. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. Well, I don't know that, so I'm gonna still do that. But obviously, I probably won't see them. But
Okay, is there a blind spot in the 6 guards' field of vision that we can safely land at?
It depends how far back you want to go. If you're going to fly up to them straight up, the sound of Throm's wings is fairly loud. He's like a 7.5 foot albino dragon man flying through the skies, carrying
not
you.
I'm a white dragon.
Yeah.
Very,
Well, since we confirmed that they're not in the courtyard itself, then we probably would be like, okay, so there's no point flying in. Let's just approach on foot. Preferably out of earshot from Rob's wings.
Works for me if that's what you want to do. I can land us.
Just land us out of earshot. That'd be nice.
Will do.
Out of earshot and out of their field of vision. Just like, I think we probably have to land quite a few ways back, don't we, if we want to be stealthy about it.
Will do. And I'll try to land in a spot that's out of ear and eye shot.
Okay. That's fair enough. So,
I
okay.
mean, as well
Are you
stealth
landing
check.
like in the alleyway or like on a building or?
Yeah, I do want to land.
Possibly alleyway, because I don't think rooftop entrances has been invented yet.
I could end that.
I mean, we can make our own entrance, but that's gonna be loud as F. So
Dragonborn comes crashing 200 feet from in the air. I can make an entrance. Let's see. All right, I'll find an alleyway to land in, man.
yeah, that's probably a better option than blasting your way into the building and getting everyone killed.
Okay. So, yeah, you
I mean,
guys,
just roast them.
you land in the
Oh, that's
alleyway,
not bad.
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, there doesn't appear to be anybody in the immediate area when you land.
Okay, so should we do our stealth rolls?
It's not very well lit here. Again, this is now nighttime. Um, you guys had like a little bit as you're like approaching the complex where like there's like this tiny bit of light in the sky, and what you could see was mostly due to torchlight that was in the complex. But now at this point, it's like alleyway, essentially pitch black.
I made a perception check just to check, but that was enough information.
Yeah, you were
Oh.
not able to perceive them when you were circling around. But the rest of you, if you wish, you may make a perception check to see if you notice Throm flying around.
Yeah. And that's my stealth from when I landed.
Okay.
So the total notices.
Yeah. Well, I was going off of you, like, now that you're in the alleyway, yes, that's your stealth, but before I was using your other one that sucked. That was when you were flying. So, at this point, yeah, both of them, they see you. They
Oh,
see
that's
where
not a
you're.
good.
Yeah, they see
Yeah.
where you're flying, and then when you land, then you're super stealthy, if that makes sense. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
all
no,
of
yeah.
them.
That was. Yeah, that's for when I land. Yeah, not when I'm in air.
So you guys see that as Throm makes his way, he's like a couple blocks down as he like descends into the alleyway. More like, I think a better thing would be, you know that it's Throm based on the sound. You hear him, because again, at this point, like, you just had a tiny bit of light, and the sun is now like gone. Like, it's now pretty much pitch black.
Yep. All right. So, what do we do from here?
Well, let's go in the stealthy way. I don't think we can kill 6+ guards in,
Not the quiet way.
let's say, 6 seconds.
Okay. I guess we'll try to sneak our way to that apartment.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, this is gonna end badly. Cool. So, do we see any guards when we poke around the corner of the alleyway? If it's a small one, leading to a bigger one.
Nothing quite yet.
Okay.
Making your way towards where the complex is, you get a couple streets down before you do notice that there is two of these thugs coming down the alleyway with a torch. They're not like looking. They don't appear to be actively looking. They're just kind of talking to each other. Looks like they're laughing and just shooting the shit. And they're probably, I don't know, I'd say like 100 or so, 150 feet maybe. You see it first as like the illumination of the torch, and then as they're coming closer, you see their figures.
I see, and they're not part of the original six, are they?
No. You saw there was at least 4 or 5 other silhouettes that were like on ground level when you did your quick scan of the complex. But again, that was just, what you could see from this distance, given that it's dark.
I'll be like, I'll just like motion the drums and be like, hey, maybe we can try, taking out these two silently. Like whisper to them, is like, do you think we can take these two out silently, quickly?
I don't think we could take them out silently. We can take them out, though.
By silently, I mean we hide, wait until they pass us, and then you deliver them a very bad blow to the head using your strength.
I quiet as soon as hitting the ground. Axe Runa.
I mean, if you really feel confident, Brom, you can throw them into the air and let them fall all the way back down.
They're about 50 feet from you at this point as they're walking down.
But all right, let's just try to take them out quickly. So,
Perhaps I could distract them or catch them.
well, you're
off
not
guard.
nearby, though.
Yeah,
You're not nearby.
Yeah, we're still catching up.
Dang it.
Yeah.
We do this my way then. All right. When they get, let's say when they get about.
Let's say when I get about kissing
what's
distance
that?
from us.
When you said, we'll do this my way then, how sneaky were you? Were you like,
We were whispering.
Yeah, I was more so talking to Eldrin than yelling, "We do this my way!" and running out. Now I'm waiting till they're about 10 feet away before I make my attack.
Okay.
So yeah, Sam. Can we both do a sneak attack on them?
So So hold on. So you guys are waiting. You have like a few minutes. You guys begin to make your way towards where you heard the sounds of Throm. Again, it's like pitch black. You guys are essentially feeling your way around. I don't believe any of you have dark vision. And at this point, you don't.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Hmm.
No, as in lizard folk don't. Yes, I do.
Rangers?
Okay. Nice. Okay. So you can see no problem. So you're kind of leading them through. Towards the direction where you guys heard them go. So, panning back over as they're making their way, the guards begin to walk by. And then she said,
They literally passed by us.
"Yeah, they're passing by. It's like a T. Like you guys went to step out, you saw the light, and then you like retracted back and had your conversation, waiting for them to come by. So they
walk by.
Yeah, they step by unaware.
When I get 10 feet away, I'm going to step out and make a swing at the one with the light. My weapon has reach, which is why I say 10 feet. So,
And then, so while Rum goes for one with torch, I go for the other one with poison spray. If that's all right. So this is kind of like a simultaneous takedown kind of deal.
Now,
is poison spray just one person, or is it two?
Yeah, it's just one person within range of 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, one creature within 10 feet. So, yep.
Okay, just real quick, like I'll hold on.
I just do.
Yeah, you guys do what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
And you can
Oh, there we go.
go ahead and
Oh,
roll with
I didn't mean to click
advantage
twice.
if there's a. Yeah, so for you it's just
I
16.
mean,
Oh, Throm, you're using your breath weapon. You're not doing your.
Oh no, no.
oh,
There we go.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No, that was
oh, oh, oh. What happened to your damage? Wasn't it rolling damage?
He has it set so it's not auto roll.
yeah.
Oh. So it's 25?
I prefer to roll it myself.
Oh, 25 of 7 damage. Okay. That's not great.
I can't tell if.
What?
Oh no, yeah.
Oh.
Why is there... What? Like a simple strength check would have done to knock them out. Jeez.
All right. So that's good enough. Okay. So.
Let's yeah.
So oh, because you. Right, you'd get multi-attack. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Okay,
20
so
and 16.
where you guys are you guys all aiming at one person?
No,
No,
he's
I'm
going
aiming for
for
the
one
other
guy. I'm going for the other. So
Okay, so just ping who you're attacking.
the one I'm standing behind. So.
Okay.
which one am I looking? Oh,
So you would get the one on the
wait. Which one's Storm attacking in? The one to
this
the
one.
left?
This one.
Oh, the right one.
So they're
Oh,
walking
well, I guess
by
I have
you.
no choice but to attack the same one then.
This is where you guys are, where this arrow is.
Yeah.
And they're walking by you. Thrum like steps up behind them and hoya.
Well, I was planning to go for the one that Brom isn't targeting, so I probably will have like ran to the other person and just go poison spray.
Okay. So this guy,
No,
he's gonna make his save. What is the save?
It was DC 14 Constitution.
Constitution, or he what takes half?
No, I think it just has no effect. I have no idea. It's a cantrip.
Oh yeah, it's probably nothing then. Yeah, he doesn't dodge out of the way, but it doesn't get any soft spots. He turns around and hey, Throm, as you dig into this dude, he takes a good slash across the back as he and then
Double slash.
double slash again. It kind of drops him to one knee, and we're gonna go ahead and roll an ish. So depending on what you want to do.
Alright, complex ish. Here we go. Whoop. I'm not moving, so action. No status modifier.
are they surprised? No, we're not surprised.
11. Oh my god, that's horrid.
6.
Okay, so this guy is gonna go ahead and yep, he's gonna go ahead and make a multi-attack at you. As you try to spray acid, he kind of whips around and takes out his
He
mace.
got gassed. Oh, here we go. Wow.
I believe both of
All
those
the rolls. Just all the rolls these times. Alright, 21.
Alright, and then it is oh, you have your Hellish Rebuke if you wish to use it.
No, I'll hold.
All right. What's your dex, Throm?
+2.
All right, you go first.
I guess I did not hit him hard enough. And
Clearly.
let's try that again. And my eyes, like my sclera, which usually turn white, turn black this time as I rage. And
Oh boy. Raging, that's definitely not gonna make a lot of noise.
it'll be alright. Maybe if somebody hit, make their hit, but let's see.
Well, actually, just now when I got hit, I couldn't. I want to use Hellish Rebuke. I could use this.
2. There we go.
Yeah, that's fine. Misty Escape. So I will turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. And I remain invisible until the start of my next turn or until your tower casts a spell.
Okay. Very good.
So let's see where that would put me. Hang on. About there.
Okay, both hit. All right. So 13. That's enough to take him down.
Oh, can I save my other attack for the other guy?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I'm invisible right now, so he literally hit me and it was like poof, missed.
So as my
So yeah.
eyes turn blue, I just cleave the other guy smooth in half and continue with my strike onto the guy next to him.
Okay. Eldrin, your go.
Yep. I will do the double blasting. Hibbiff. And hibbiff on that one really. The second one's fine though.
All right. So the first one kind of just like passes overhead and just shatters out a window behind him as he kind of like.
Well,
attempts
that's
to
gonna make a lot of
dodge.
noise.
And as he looks to you, you just catch him like square right in the face with the next one as it actually like rips off like a portion of the flesh by his jaw, and he just looks back and he's got like a skin flappy as he's just like pouring blood at this point.
I'll just pull a cheeky smile. It's like, what can I say except for you're welcome? You do it then.
After that,
What can I say except you're welcome.
after that, he's gonna run the fuck away, cause that's a D6. Yep. So he's
Wait, he's not. Wait, doesn't Rom get an attack? Oh, no, he doesn't. Rom doesn't actually get an attack opportunity.
Yeah, he takes
I
off
believe
down the
so.
alleyway, and he's just like, "Ugh."
Did he disengage?
Nope.
He should still be on my reach, shouldn't he?
Wait, we have to roll our niche.
Nope, it's okay, so like I said, as long as it's equal, so his attack is a D6, and movement is a D6. So he didn't like get to do extra stuff, but he could swap it out for one thing.
Oh my god, my.
Yeah. So, actually, because this was a new round anyway, right? Yeah, so we should have all re-rolled our stuff. Yeah. Don't worry, I have to get in the swing of it too, because I'm not used to it. So yes, he is going to move the fuck away. And
So I don't get an attack opportunity.
alright, so everybody
Oh snap!
Nice.
Well, I'd like to use my 300 feet worth of range and just go double blast him.
15. No. Yes. Okay. So he turns and runs like, as he's got like this weird flap of
I'm
skin from his
aiming for the
face.
legs. Not.
Yeah, and as he turns away, you just towards his legs, and you just blow out his right calf, like just flesh, like a big chunk of it comes off, exposing the bone. The other one hits him like right in the back of the kneecap, and you hear a sickening snap as he falls to the ground.
I'll be like, and where do you think you're going?
Where you took out his calf, and again where you hit his face, like there's just like blood just pooling in silence.
Throm, if you will. Oh, good grief.
So the rest of you, you hear a as a bunch of glass breaks about, I don't know, half a street down from you. You can't see it from this point. You hear it. Zlotota, you can see there's like a connector alleyway. So you take them through and you peek around and you see there's just like a torch on the ground, and in the torchlight you can see Throm standing.
I'm dragging the bodies away by now. Just dragging them over into the, or trying to drag them to the T section that we were in. Sorry, I was saying that, but I was on mute and didn't realize. So I apologize for cutting in now. But
No, that's okay. That's fine, man.
Yeah, I'm dragging them where we were hiding.
This kind of turned this sort of. It's like, sounds like our friends are busy.
So now we have
Or
two
somebody else
options.
busy with our friends.
We still go over there and we help them, or we pretend we got lost and not deal with this.
You know, it wouldn't be entirely unbelievable that I got lost, but I'm kind of itching to kill more of these people.
More?
Yeah. Well, one of them at least. I got a couple of hits.
We had no reason to kill those guards.
Right, well, Martha, thoughts? Do we go home, or do we follow through with...
It depends how many folks you think there's going to be. Do you think we can actually take them?
I mean, I'm sure the big scaled fellow will have no problem with just about any amount of people. But the question is, do we want to stick around and see?
I'm willing to see. If I don't like the odds, I'm probably just gonna go.
I think that's fair. I hate to leave you, Throm, but
Throm's not here yet. You're talking to him from a distance.
Yeah,
You look over, and you can see. You can't see much else, to be honest with you. Only Zlotota can see a little bit due to the dark vision. But the rest of you, all you see is blackness, and then just the torchlight in the middle of the blackness. And in the light of the torch, you see like Throm dragging away a couple of bloody corpses.
I guess.
And you hear like the sound like a like he's doing something with the bodies, but you're not sure what.
Yeah.
It looks like he's doing all right, but I wouldn't miss the chance to get a little bit more action tonight.
Well.
Oh,
I think I'm going to stay with him, but if things start to go in bad odds, I have someone to go home to now.
I'm definitely going to stay if I've got backup.
All right. Verdant, I guess you can go tell them. I don't know who's going to be responding to that shattering sound, So I'm going to stick to the shadows. Martha, you can stick to the shadows too, or
I'll just hide
you can
behind
go
you.
up with you can go up with Vernant and talk to them. But
I think I'm fine in the back. I don't want to be up in the front when someone comes running down that alleyway.
Yeah. And I kind of
I can take like a total of 2 hits before I'm down.
I start moving towards where we see Thrum.
I'll follow nearby, but I still want to stick to the shadows. I don't want to be too close if people start running over there.
No, I'm not sneaking up on him simply because I don't want to be cut in half.
And I'm not sneaking up to him. I am staying away. I don't know who's showing up.
So would we roll stealth checks then?
Yeah, go ahead. So have you guys actually gone up to them yet? You guys
I
have
haven't.
not.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
you guys,
still going off my last stealth. I'm not breaking anything.
Oh, so I wouldn't break my nat 20 stealth then? Okay.
I'm just approaching them.
Yeah,
Not trying to be particularly stealthy.
The only person breaking stealth right now is Vernant to go say hello to Throm. It's time to fight.
As you walk up, you see Throm like shoving a leg into a trash can and putting the lid back on it.
Hello.
Ah, ah.
And I just kind of put my hands up. Don't cut me. We
You
ran
gotta
in,
ruin a moment there.
we ran into some ruckus back in the alleys, but I'm at least here now. I'm not entirely sure where the others are.
I like pull over not in and against the wall, and hold him against the wall just to. Shh. There may be more to soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say as soon as Rom turns around, I was gonna go grab Vernon, just grab him, take him to the shadows, and it's like, shh.
Alright, I'll roll a stealth check because I'm trying to sneak with them now. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I just kind of try to blend in.
So I think we're gonna do what Eldrin suggested and wait maybe a few.
Well, just gonna
minutes
wait for a few
before-
minutes to see if anyone will come investigate the noise of the loud glass breaking.
okay.
Yeah.
So I was waiting because you guys, were doing something.
Yeah.
So as you're like stuffing in the leg into the trash can, you guys are all assessing the situation from afar. The ones that are back, just watching them in the torchlight. You guys see just like a slight glint as a. And hold on here. God damn it.
Wait, so we heard arrows?
Yeah, you hear doo doo doo.
Where are those pointed
At
exactly?
at Throm.
That makes
Because he is like illuminating in the torchlight because of his white skin.
Oh,
Again, this is like
Rom
black,
stuff. No.
yeah, this is like black on white. Like it's like a flashlight
Well, the first
on
one
the
doesn't
dark
do it,
right
does it?
on them. It's like a spotlight almost. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and make a perception check, I suppose, to see if you can see them.
Nope.
Go
Oh
ahead
yeah,
and do
I
it,
did.
everybody.
Eldrin, you only have dark vision up to what now?
I believe it says. Well, let me just
40
do
or
that.
60.
It's dim. I can see in dim light as if it's bright light within 60 feet, and then total darkness if it was dim light. So 60
Yeah.
bright, 60 dim.
You guys can tell
So
roughly the direction of it, which is down the alleyway that these guards came from, but you guys can't see it.
Should I check, or is that beyond my 60 feet?
It's definitely
So-
it's like way beyond your 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like back. You guys, I'm just saying,
Like,
you guys just see the glint as it enters the torchlight. You see a quick shine and a doo 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 as two of the bolts just like go past you, Throm, and like, and then one of them I believe hits you. I believe 17 hits you, right?
yeah, 17 hits is about one. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Can I take a quick action? Can I quickly grab the bolt and just throw it as far from me as possible, as far from us as possible, plunging us into darkness?
Okay. Yeah, you certainly can.
So I'll use my strength check for that, I believe, or athletics, whichever.
Yeah, I mean, you could throw it, you could snuff it, you could like put it in the trash can. You could. There's other ways you could do it just besides throwing it. If you were just looking to.
I could try using poison spray on it, unless the poison's flammable. No,
No, I would say you could
let's
take.
just snuff it out. Let's just snuff
Yeah,
it out.
you could take an action to snuff it out. Yeah.
I just like put my hand up. I have a question about positioning really quick. So we were at a T intersection. We were standing in the body of the T while the guards were walking by. We
Yes.
stepped out, killed the guards, and we pulled the body back into that T intersection. So now from that intersection on the inside, where did Eldrin see the guards from there?
Nobody really saw the guards. I'm just saying the direction
Or
of the
where the guards?
arrows. Like you can tell because one or two of them are sticking out of the building, so you can tell roughly the trajectory as they came from like the direction that these guards came from. But you don't have an exact pinpoint. You haven't seen anybody yet at this point. It's kind of like a quick like doo doo doo, and then you see Eldrin roll over and he grabs the torch and he snuffs it out.
Gotcha.
Probably should have done it long ago.
And now I see nothing.
I'll be right back. I'll step back like 30 feet and I'll head up to the roof.
Ah.
Okay.
Same, I guess. But I'll use my own acrobatics to get up there. Let's see how well that. Let's see how well that.
Yeah,
ends up.
I follow them, although I don't know if I'm gonna do acrobatics.
I fall flat on my face.
Yeah, Eldrin claws futilely at this building, and you see Vernan as they're like jumping side by side, like trying to get up, and they're just like essentially just slapping the side of like this brick wall as they're like trying to climb up, but they can't find any purchase.
Like I don't know if anybody ever seen like Mystery Men when what was his name, Mr. Rage or something like that, when he was trying to climb the wall to get to the bad guy and he's just scratching at the wall.
So I feel like after a little while, Vernat tries to find the stairs or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, fortunately for you, nobody sees this. You just like Throm, you heard like this weird kind of like slapping noise almost coming from below you as you're flying up, but like you can't quite tell what it is because you can't see.
So both Renan and I just slap at the wall trying to climb. I just turn to Renan and say, "No one knows about this. No one hears about this.
That's for the best.
Can we make a second attempt?"
Can I make like a perception check to see if there's any obvious way to get up? We're like trying to climb up when there's like a ladder right next to us, and we're like, "Oh, grab the windows, get on top of my head."
I will, but it will be at a really high DC because it's pitch black. Like
Yeah.
you guys could light a torch to see. That's the catch-22 of lighting a torch, is it exposes yourself.
Well,
But like right now, like you cannot see.
I roll my perception.
Well, I can.
Yeah, Eldrin, you can see. So I suppose
I'm gonna
like
try to see anything
looking together, I would say I'll give you one more. Yeah.
21.
So you see.
There's like a
what do you say?
staircase.
Yeah, there's not a staircase leading up to the roof, but you do see there is like a door that's like right next to you guys. You're not sure where it goes.
I'm making my way over to where we saw the bolts from. So
Well, unless he's gonna come back down and grab us, I think this is our best bet.
Well, let's try.
Is the
Okay,
door
Better
locked?
than slapping a wall.
Yes, the door is locked.
I'm gonna try and pick the lock.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Oh,
Not
just
one.
kick it in. How about we just kick it in?
Yeah, go ahead and do it that one more time for me.
What? Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're not able to open the door, but the lockpick doesn't break.
Okay. I just kind of sit there and somewhere in the lockpick for a couple seconds. I was like, I was never really good at this. And just put them
All right.
away.
So Throm, you make your way up.
Yeah.
You guys
Now,
can hear the sound of the flapping of wings.
I'm just going to the rooftop and I'm gonna land on it, and I'm gonna on foot make my way over to where we saw the boats come from, and like, any gaps or anything that I got to jump, I'll just kind of glide over rather than fly. But I'm gonna make my way on foot because it's a lot faster than flying. So
Okay. So you're kind of like still like even you don't have any dark vision, right?
no.
Okay. So you're kind of even you like you're kind of feeling around. There's like some moonlight, but not very much. Again, you make your way and you can see like you're getting closer to where this complex is, and you do see the torches ahead. You do notice though that two of the watchmen are no longer at their post. But again, this is like, still a little ways away. But you can notice from here because the torchmen all had torches. But yeah, I think at this point, yeah, you don't see any other people as you make your way towards it. But you can go ahead and make a perception check. See if you can like hear them or perceive them a different way.
Yeah, I'll make a perception.
No, this is just for Throm.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh,
This is
sorry.
like him up on the rooftop.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's pitch black, man. If there wasn't for that torch, like nobody would have seen anything.
So to them, we just disappeared. The thugs, we just disappeared, and then they heard a bunch of slapping noises. They might have.
Yeah.
Slapping the wall.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep heading towards that direction. There's no point in going back.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that my party's behind me. I didn't realize that they didn't.
To be fair,
Yeah.
did Vernant, did you say that Zlatota and Martha were like waiting back or anything? Or at this point does
I
nobody
did
know?
not. I said I'm not entirely sure where they are.
Okay, so
Because
Zlatota-
Vernant probably would not pay enough attention to know.
Zlatota and Martha. Actually, Martha, you don't see anything. Sorry, but Zlatota, you do see as they snuff out this light, and you can see like as Throm like begins to put his wings up, and I'm not quite sure how far away you are at this point. You said you wanted to step back. You did. I'm just not quite
Yeah,
sure how far.
I'll stand back some. Not too far back. Like, I still want to be in range that if they go around a corner, it won't take me long to step around and be able to help. But not so close that if someone messed up, they trip at my feet and show where me and Martha are. Especially since Martha's blind right now. So I'd say 30, 35 feet back, at least.
Okay, because you have up to 60. So you can see as Throm, like from overhead, you see his silhouette as it fades into blackness beyond what you can see in your dark vision. He appears to have landed on the roof, but you can't see past that as he's going forward. Yeah, so you guys were unable to unlock the door. So whatever you want to do after that. Zlatota, you can see just a little bit the way that you've positioned yourself.
The horse splinters.
Okay,
The door
there's
splinters.
a loud crack as Eldrin just and he kicks the door in, and it just as the fairly weak latch just like poof, blows out. Like the
Um,
latch kind of yeah, the latch and the locking mechanism kind of stays in place, and the wood breaks out from around it. That's probably how it would go
Yeah,
down.
Vernon just kind of looks at him impressed and follows behind him if he's going in.
Right.
Yeah.
With that door breaking, I am going to guide Martha farther back. I don't know. There's things breaking around me. There's people I'm not seeing right now, probably around me, running around with torches. I'm not staying by anything that breaks. Martha's also blind, so I need to. It's like, okay, grab your hand. Let's go. We're moving back. Something
Like,
just broke within
those
30.
We backing up.
Those
Yeah,
guys
basically.
are being idiots. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, basically, like something just broke within 30 feet of us. A torch will see us. We need to move.
So as you kick in this door, you are essentially like right in the backside of like someone's very tiny kitchen. It seems to be very run down at this point. Um, the it's not like super it's not like super dirty or unkempt, but it's
Do I notice the presence of any people?
not yet.
I mean, okay.
I mean, I'm
I'm
looking for stairs or ladders. Going up.
Yeah, I'm looking around for stairs and ladders, and also I'm looking around to see if there's any people that we can apologize for, or apologize to.
Okay, so as you like make haste into this, you're feeling your way around. Actually, Eldrin, you can see. You do see a staircase that leads up.
I just grab Vernon's arm, just drag him up the stairs.
And as you're running upstairs, you hear just like what sounds like somebody's just like dashing like their way towards you from like another room, like the other end of the house or whatever, and
Yeah,
makes their way. You can hear like falling behind you. Who's there?
and I kind of like leave Eldrin's grasp, and I kind of walk over, and I'm just like, very sorry, we had to knock that down. Somebody's following us. We need to get out of here.
And
At this point, I'm just like,
yeah, and as he's got like a candle, um, and he's just like, okay, and you see he like runs over and you can hear like muffled sound like, get up, get up.
uh,
I wish I had something to give you for the door, but I need to get out of here.
we really should go before they find us.
Yeah, and I start following Eldrin. Just clipping off the
So,
conversation.
we're on the second floor now. Is there any more ladders to the roof? Ladder or staircase to the roof?
You see what appears to be like a like on the second floor. There's a hallway that has I mean, actually, it's not really well lit, but Eldrin, you can see just ahead of you. God damn it. Okay, so you can see, Eldrin, that there's a longer hallway. It has quite a few doors that span off it, and there's like it's just a really long hallway. It just goes down for a ways.
And I'm just going to like pause for a moment and think, are we in the apartment complex?
I have no idea.
I mean, like you don't believe this is the one that you saw. Definitely not.
It is
Just
a
based on
apartment
location,
complex.
because you saw where it was, and then you like flew away where you wouldn't be noticed. You know what I mean? But this
Alright, and
you could infer this may be an apartment complex,
No, I haven't
but
been
it's
around
not
here.
the one that you saw.
I haven't been around for a little while. Is there any particular place we're supposed to be going?
Well, we were trying to rejoin with Brom, who failed to notice that we weren't behind him. So, um, so there's no immediate another set of stairs leading up. It's just a long hallway of doors.
Correct, from where you are right now.
Well,
All right, I'll just slowly walk down the hallway, and just to give Vernon a little sight to go by, I'll cast light on my arcane focus, which is a ring of sorts. I think it was. Was it? Let me see. Yes, it was a ring.
Okay. So as you light up Vernon, you can see now. Go ahead, and those perception checks was that when you went to the second floor, or was that?
That's when I came into the house and was looking for
Okay.
people. Which
Yeah, it's fine. We'll roll with those because I don't really think you needed one anyway.
Yeah.
So
Unless I
you
smelled
guys
them, I
do
don't think I
see
found.
that there is about, I don't know, 80 feet down the hallway. Again, this is a long hallway. There is what appears to be maybe like a latch, like a hinged latch doorway to the ceiling. You see it has like a pull string on it.
I'll start walking towards it, trying to be quiet and not wake up whoever's in these rooms. I guess that warrants a stealth check. I'm not quiet at all.
Yeah, you're trying to be stealthy, but again, this is kind of like an older establishment, and you just happen to catch like every squeaky board along the way.
You roll into a trash can in the middle of the house.
Trash cans everywhere, man.
I just grunted and just like, fuck me, stealthy. Just walk normally.
Like,
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but sure. Boldness will get you very far.
You just hear
I just kind of look at
it's
Eldrin.
just like walking, just like these footsteps walking down the corridor.
Okay.
I just follow him, and I'm just like, boldness will get you very far in some parts of the world. This is probably not one of them.
So you approach, you get up to the latch, the pull string.
Is it locked?
No, you pull it, and you see like a small little staircase kind of like pulls down with it.
All right, and I just look at Ren and says, "Up you go."
All right,
as
I try to go up the staircase.
As you pull it down, you're blasted by the sound of breaking glass.
Oh, that's
As
fun.
Throm, I don't know how far away, but I mean at this point you can all hear this because it's fairly quiet. You just hear this glass
There's
breaking.
glass all around us.
Yeah, you guys, this is like a hallway, and there's like glass panes on your left.
From what I saw from your image, I thought it was a corridor with doors lining either side.
No, it's a hall.
Doors
it's
on
a
one
hallway.
side, windows on the other side.
It's a hallway with windows on your left, and there's doorways on your right. Like quite a few doorways on your right.
Who got hit with crossbows?
So,
I was assuming that it was two salt walls, not one window, one wall. Oh.
So Eldrin, as you kind of like take a second to like, you reach up, you grab the pull string, and as you're pulling down, as three crossbows, one goes and it hits into like the side of the staircase you're pulling, and then the other two, I believe, hit you. 20 and 22, so you take 15.
Yes, and I'm on 6 HP, and as soon as I get hit, I just douse the light immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, and I imagine we just pour out for the stairwell that we just opened.
So while Vernon, probably who climbs up, I'll just real quick do Cure Wounds on myself.
That's
at level 3.
Stuff.
Okay, so you guys all notice the sound
Wow, all
definitely
damage is healed.
of glass breaking. Pretty much where you guys where it happened the first time. Um, it's just a little bit up because it's on the second story.
I think we should keep moving.
Yeah, so I just mitigated all the damage they did to me.
Yes, you did.
At the cost of one of my spell slots. So. Alright, as soon as I finish doing.
I thought you had third level. Oh, I see. It did 1 times 2. Okay, never mind. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you healed exactly how much you took, so that's good. So as you go and you you heal, you see like these little
Oh wait, actually,
scar
can we actually
tissue
tell where the bolts come from?
If are you going to?
Well, I mean, I could try using perception and
It's
tell where the hell they are.
yeah, it's difficult. You guys went up into this room, right? You're like go go go. You snuffed out the light, and again, you weren't really expecting it. Um, yeah, I mean, very vague direction, I suppose you could work out, but it appears to be like the same direction from when they shot the first time. Roughly, like you don't have a fine-tuned idea where it was. You just got shot with bolts, and then you ran up into this attic staircase.
Well, that was fun. Okay, so are we in solid surroundings this time?
Yes, you are in solid surroundings this time. There's a bunch of like essentially like a bunch of beams and slats up here. It's not like super finished floor. And you can just see like a bunch of essentially like paper insulation. They just like
Kind of a shitty attic.
yeah, shitty attic. Like
Oh.
stuff is stuffed in there as makeshift insulation, but you see like some like down feathers and stuff, and like some fucking paper and like whatever odd and end stuff people could stuff in here.
I'm guessing now we're looking at the actual roof where it's like curved.
Yes, from the
Like,
inside, like the inside of an attic. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, great. So how are we going to get out there now? I don't feel like destroying someone's roof, but I feel like that's what I have to do.
Well, you're the one with the magic, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this.
Well, let's see if there's an alternative. A second look usually pays off.
Yeah. So you guys make your way a little bit further down, and you can see where this building comes to like a stop, where the wall is. Not far from that, like a few feet off from the very end, you see um, there's another latch.
Oh, good. Let's try using the latch.
Yeah, that went so well last time.
Well, last time we had a light on. This time we don't. So you don't know any better. So, okay, let's pull the latch open. Why not? Let's see who's waiting for us.
Okay, so at this point it opens up to the roof, and there is essentially this is a like a V-shaped roof, but then the very top of it is flat. Like there's like a 5 or 6 foot flat area where this latch opens up to.
Okay, so I slowly climb out, expecting the darkness to cloak me, but let's be stealthy about it. Um, hmm. I think that's fine. So I climb out. So I climb out onto the roof. Anything in particular I see with dark vision, or is it just same problems as before?
Um, you can make out that the building across the way has it's like a similar construction where these like long hallways and like paned windows. But besides that, there doesn't appear to be much around. You can't again, even with dark vision, you only get like 60 feet, so you don't make out any silhouettes. You don't see any people. Um, it's fairly dark.
Um, Brahma's probably miles away by now.
Yeah. So
The-
Throm. So, uh, yeah, you do hear the glass breaking, coming from behind you from where you came from. Um, so I'm not sure what you're doing
I
after
like
that, but taking that into consideration.
I like, I like start to turn around like what the. It's probably just Eldrin and the other one. They got none of themselves, and I'll keep going. What I'm gonna do is from where I am, on the right side of the alley, I'm kind of run and jump and glide to the other side of the alley on the adjacent building, essentially.
Okay.
And
So the building I was looking at.
Well, I would assume you're a ways past that at this point, because
yeah, no,
you've been.
I'm way up past wherever they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty far. Yeah,
So
my move forward
you
out there.
are
So
quickly approaching the complex at this point.
yeah,
So you are
so
maybe like 150 feet away from the now dark spot where one of the watchmen was.
100, I'm 150 feet away from that spot, not 150 feet away from the complex.
They're kind of one and the same, because the watchmen were stationed on like the perimeter of the complex.
Okay, all right. So the complex, but not like the apartment building. I think is what I was thinking of. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, never
If
mind.
you were to
So
draw a rectangle,
mhm.
with like the here, I'll just do it real quick, I guess.
Because I'm imagining like a circle with outer buildings, a wall around it, with an apartment in the middle of it. That's how I'm seeing it. But
You're coming into this corner. That's 150 feet away from you. The apartment building that you saw was along this wall. Can you see that? Does that make sense?
yeah, which corner am I coming in from again? Can you ping that one more time? Okay, and it was a guard station pretty much on that corner.
Yeah, there's about 6 that were just like around, and you could tell where they were because they had torches. So now at this point,
Right.
you can see that they're not there.
None of them, not just the one on, not just son of a bitch,
No, you can
not
see
just that.
there are 2 of them that are missing. There were the 2 that were kind of closest to that corner, kind of like one in the middle, one there, that have both like doesn't appear to be anything there.
Gotcha. All right. Since I don't see anybody in that spot, I'm gonna head for that dark spot.
Okay. Are you attempting to be stealthy or no?
I am actually gonna roll it. So
Okay, because you're now coming to the point where there's like a lot of torchlight in this area, so it's like you can now kind of start to see as you get closer and closer. It's fairly dark where you're going right now, but like the middle of the complex is all well lit. Okay, so as you roll up to this spot, you're essentially on a balcony of this building, and as you kind of crouch down and look over at this well lit area, you can see there's probably about 10 or so thugs that are like various shapes and sizes. They're kind of being like stoop kids. They're just like sitting on steps. Um, a couple of them are clustered closer to like this apartment building. Again, this is well lit, and as of right now, many of them are taking turns, just like throwing daggers or shooting bolts at. They just have like a target in the middle, and they're just kind of like essentially just messing around right now. But there's about what you see is 10 that are kind of in the middle, and then you see these 4 watchmen that you had already perceived.
Right.
And the apartment complex looks a little bit nicer than the rest of these buildings. The one that was on the back side of that triangle, or rectangle, if you will.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm on a balcony above him, right?
Correct. Yeah, you're about level with a couple of the other watchmen, and then the ones that are on the top of the apartment building are a little bit higher than you. Not crazy, but just a little bit.
Okay. From where I'm at, I'm gonna drop down right in the middle of the group.
Okay.
You can drop that in the middle and says, "Hello there."
Just drop
All
down,
right, my
back in the
man.
middle.
So as you drop down, as a throwing dagger hits the target in the middle, and they're all kind of like mid, like oh, as you jump down, you're like right in the middle. A couple of the watchmen, they like instantly point right at you, and there's like a bunch of chaos ensuing. That's where we're gonna pan over to.
Hold on,
Okay.
calm down, calm down. And I'm gonna up slowly reach into like my inner whatever. I don't know, half fucking pockets. And I'm gonna pull out the letter. It seems I was invited.
They look around puzzled.
I guess I'll like hold it. Do you have a liter here or something? What? Don't stand there looking stupid. I was told to come here by. Was there a signature left on the letter? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't believe there was, but hold
Let
on.
me know.
Nope,
Let me know.
no signature.
Okay. But would I know who left the letter? I guess I don't know. Is there any indication?
There was just the note, and then there was this like a crude map drawn with this region circled.
I'll throw out a name I was given. Then I was told to be met. I was told by Dalton. I guess was his name Dalton? Dalton Rain. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Um, so at the name Dalton, you see like a bunch of them just like spit on the ground. Hey, he's with Dalton.
Oh.
and
Or
and yeah, at that you see quite a few of the ones that were in the back. They pull out their crossbows as well, and about half a dozen of them step forward, drawing their weapons. And you're coming with us.
all right, all right. Or maybe there was the other one. Now you gave me two names. One was Dalton Rain, and the other was not not the
No.
not the guy that I
Don't
turned the
say
girl
it.
into.
Don't
Huh?
say it.
No.
Don't give it to him, guys.
Not
I am. I'm shook. So Grom
Maybe
did the
you were
Obi Wan
meant to.
style, and
I'm trying to think of
Oh yeah. So as you're searching around for this name, oh yeah, they definitely like come upon you. They're like they are actively like no, like get out of here. They're trying to take you into custody right now.
I'd advise you not to do that. Now what the fuck was it? Rackin? Rakin?
So as you're, oh, what does reckon? Oh, and you're here trying to figure out what this name is. Yeah, again, like they're straight up, like they are going to forcibly take you.
All right. I'm
And
going to Mm, who's in front of me?
There's about a half a dozen on foot that are
Hmm.
in front of you that they are actively like they are going to uh,
About
I can't think of the word, but transport you. And the other ones, there
about
are
cone.
four more that are standing back with their crossbows pointed at you, as well as the ones that are on the rooftop still that have their crossbows pointed at you as well.
Are they about cone shaped in front of me?
The yeah, we'll say the six that are in front of you are about cone shaped. They seem to be about the same. They all seem to be pretty much like meatheads. Like, yeah,
I'm not going to attack them. I was invited here. I'm not going to fuck. Eh, whatever. Just take me to your little friend. He called me here, so he knows who I am. Or
so they kind of like two of them come and like take you like by the arms, like to like guide you, and
Mhm.
they begin walking towards it's not super fancy, but the better looking apartment complex. The whole
Cool.
time, like you have a convoy of thugs right now. Okay,
So,
so panning over to Zlatota and Martha. So you heard the glass breaking, you went away. There doesn't appear to be any more like movement or commotion yet.
Okay. This, Martha, this decision is going to be on you. Because I can go either way right now. Do we keep pushing? See if we can find the rest, I guess. Find someone. Because I don't even know. I know a name. I don't even know who I'm looking for. Or do we just go back to the inn? Let Conrad know stuff's going on. And I guess set
I
up
don't want to
watch.
be the coward. I really don't.
There's a difference between being a coward and not being stupid. Because they are running around. They're on high alert. It takes one mistake before both of us are filled with arrows. We've already seen. We saw the glint for 3. We just heard more shatter, probably the same 3. And we don't know how many others are here. And not only that, you're blind. I am the only one who can see right now. And if you can see, they can see.
Shit. I say we push forward, but if we see too many enemies, we just fall back and leave. We have yet to see anyone, really.
All right? Then you let me know when you can see, and I'll know we've seen too much. And I'm gonna guide Martha. I'm gonna take that side path. I'm going to go basically around the building. I do not want to go down that line where the glass has been breaking. There's been that torch.
Yep. Okay. That's easy enough to do. There's quite a few different alleys and side alleys and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm basically just gonna keep moving forward, look for the most lit up place, because they're probably not gonna keep that place dark. Because I didn't even see where they're wanting to go, so I'm just gonna look for a place that's been fairly lit up recently.
Well, I would say you're going around. Yeah, it's difficult. Right now, there's not really a whole lot of light. There's not like this is like people are essentially in bed, um, or they're in their homes. So you see like now and again there's like a little candlelight in somebody's window or whatever, but there's not really like a vast amount of light here. Um, and if you're not going down like just metagamey wise, if you're not going down like the main route or like it's hard to tell from this
Yeah,
distance and
I'm
also at ground level where the complex is. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm staying away from any large roads, any large open spaces, and I wasn't with them when they saw the apartment they're wanting to go to, so I've got no clue.
Right.
Because I fell back with Vernat when I started the fight. So I saw the map for a brief second when I looked at the note. I'm going on nothing. I'm basically following the few sounds I've heard and just avoiding getting spotted in torchlight.
Okay.
If I'm lucky, I'll find the right person. Hopefully not run into them because that'll suck. But I'll probably do this for a minute, 2 minutes most, and I'm calling it.
Okay. So you're going around, but so I guess in what direction? Are you going down? I know you're not going on the main road, like the larger alley, but are you going towards the rough area as if you had taken that path?
Yeah, so I don't know which direction, like cardinal direction Throm was, but I'm going to try and head that direction, just not on the main roads or any other roads where there have been glass shattering and shots.
Yeah, so yeah, again, if so just randomly we'll call it north. Say he's going north, you also want to go in the same direction. You're just trying to go around the main road.
Yeah, I'm going north, just I'm taking a roundabout going far to, I'm guessing, the left.
The left.
Because in my head, I'm trying to picture like they shot. I'm not sure which way that intersection went. That little T.
So essentially they shot, if you have the T here. Hold on.
Yeah, with
So
with
if
Throm to the north of me.
so you guys were down here. You saw
Okay.
them attack from here. You didn't. You saw the glint, so you can guess the angle was something like this.
Yeah. So then
Somewhere over here.
I'll be going right. I was imagining that, but flipped. So I was imagining the
you
T
heard-
going to the left and them shooting from the right.
And you heard the glass breaking like just up ahead from where the first shots were fired.
Yeah. So if I can freehand this real quick, we backed up. I'm basically going to try and go this way. Like I'm giving this place a wide berth and heading north again.
Okay. Okay, but heading general north. Okay, so go ahead and make a
General north.
stealth checks.
Are we
And,
still rolling off of our last one, or brand new ones? Because Martha's was that nat 20 and mine was that 20 something. Both of
yeah,
us just been hiding this whole time.
True, but you can't live on that forever, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just hoping my.
Unfortunately, you've been completely unnoticed at this point. But as you're trying to make your way further towards the, although you don't know it, complex, go ahead and make a new set of stealth rolls, Martha and
Alright.
Zlatota.
Luck's still with me. Luck is not with Martha.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, Eldrin and Vernant. So you guys get to the roof. Again, you can't really see much, except for like you notice like from the sheen of the windows on the other side that there is a somewhat symmetrical looking building on the other side of you, across the large alleyway. But besides that, nothing really stands out.
I guess we're just gonna head for the complex that I saw with Prom. So I just carefully lead Vernant towards the same direction.
Okay, so go ahead and make stealth checks, and as you do, so you're getting closer and closer. There's no light or anything, so nobody can really see you guys to this point. You do notice though that just because you're on the rooftops and you saw it the first time, that 2 of the watchmen are gone.
Huh.
Well, that's not a good sign. I say this to Vernant before we start moving towards the complex slowly.
I suppose not.
Is there any roof gaps that we need to jump over?
Oh yeah, there's quite a few to jump
Oh,
over.
good. Let's try our luck with acrobatics because that's went so well so far.
Let's
Nah,
fall
that's
to our
fine.
deaths.
You guys don't need to make acrobatics checks. Like you're
Okay.
being careful, and they're not like 10-foot gaps. There's some of them
Yeah.
that are a little bit larger, but
And also we both have high decks.
yeah, not a problem. You guys are working together. So you guys slowly make your way. So as you approach the complex, you can see which watch guards are still around. And over to Zlatota and Martha, you guys can also see at this point, like you get close enough, or I should say you're following that direction, and you notice that there are some watchmen up on a couple of the taller buildings. You see like 2 of them that are on a couple of the taller buildings. You don't see like the large opening yet, but you notice just whatever area this is coming from is a lot more lit. You guys are pretty much in darkness, and you can tell that this area is just radiating light. There must be like a lot of torches here or what have you.
So, Martha, can you see?
Yes.
Then we've gone too far. We need to. I see two archers. No clue. I doubt they are the ones who are shooting at down that alley. I don't know who's still near.
Go ahead and make
What?
Perception checks.
Man, I just am.
Okay,
Perfect.
so you guys look up, and you notice Eldrin as well as Weiler, Vernant, as they're kind of like jumping over a building. They haven't noticed you yet, but also based on that perception, you also look over and see there appears to be a single guard with a torch just walking down the alleyway. He doesn't see you yet.
Ed,
Like you can just see him from like farther down, coming towards. Again, you haven't seen the complex in its entirety, but what you can assume these watchmen are guarding or surrounding, whatever the area that is, that's where this person's coming from, but on ground level.
and he's heading towards us.
He's heading towards you, so you kind of like notice, you look up and you see your allies, and then you look over and see like down the way, like just the flicker of light as he's just kind of like rounding the corner.
Alright. Martha, there is someone coming this way. It is a guard.
Well, where are we going to?
Well, if we try to kill him, he'll probably alert everyone nearby. And I'm not sure how much our luck with everyone running around like this is going to hold out. I'm calling it. We go back. We leave. We wait for a better plan, better setup. Because we just ran out here. This is not good. They have this place secure. They have this place planned out.
I hate to agree with you, but we don't even know where Throm and everyone is.
And if we're lucky, we'll be able to make it back. I guess we'll probably have to apologize to that. innkeep or someone, because you guys didn't know the person got kidnapped and, the blood and everything. So, I guess apologize to him. And then we'll try to figure out, hopefully the others make it back.
She nods.
And I'm going to start leading her just back the way we came. Avoid that guard. We're heading back to the end. This is too much is going on. Too many unknowns.
And we have no idea where anyone is.
I mean, like, I'm used to forests, swamps, my lands, knowing, studying. This is too much all at once. It's like, I want to help Throm, but I cannot. Not in this. There's too much I don't know and don't like. So I'm guiding Martha back. This.
And then they go. Mew.
Well,
Okay.
Godspeed.
So,
I'm just waiting for the but. That's the plan, but.
Well, I couldn't see you. You saw me, but I couldn't see you. So you
No,
literally was just like.
I was waiting. I was waiting for Dylan to go. That's what you're wanting to do, but
no, that's fine. The patrolman who's coming towards you, he's far enough away that there's not a problem for you to sneak off. So, Eldrin and Vernant. So, as you begin to approach the complex here, um, yeah, I don't know if there's a specific way, because Eldrin, you know you saw the complex already, so you know roughly the layout of it. So I'm not sure what direction you're trying to go in, or how you want to approach this. If you're
Oh,
stopping short, but
well, here's the thing. Are all the guards on the balcony in somewhat relative darkness compared to the ground?
all the guards around this larger complex have torches of their own. I say torches, but many of them have like smaller lanterns. They don't give off quite as much as a torch, but enough like you know that somebody's there and you can see their silhouette.
I suppose getting rid of those guards would not be a bad idea.
Well, if we want to go take them out one by one.
I have no problem with that.
So first things first, let's try to take out the guards around the balconies.
Just given what I've
Assuming
seen,
they're far away enough from each other that if one goes missing, they won't notice for a few minutes.
just given what I've seen both of us do, I can't imagine we're much use on the ground anyway.
Charming. So let's move towards the closest guy. Approaching from the roof, very sneaky.
Yeah, like the closest guard, we're just sneaking up on him.
Yeah, and
Okay, hold on.
the first thing we're gonna do is disarm him.
Wait.
First thing we're
Okay,
gonna do is disarm him.
so hold on a second here. You're talking like the roof guards?
Roof guards.
Yeah.
Because we're on the roof.
Okay, let me just draw this out again real quick. So, you guys are coming from this direction. The guards are here and here that you can see. Yeah, I would say from your angle and everything, those are the only ones you can see. But you know that there were more. There was one here that's no longer there. There was one here that's no longer there. There was one there. There was one like here.
Well, I imagine when we get onto the roof, maybe we can try and take a closer look around and see if there's anyone in a better position. But if we can't find anyone, then we're going to go for the closest.
Yeah, we
We
must
also
we
have
must
to
well go for
scale.
this one right there.
Yeah, so that one over there, these two are on this larger
They're on the
building.
same balcony.
Yeah, this is not one. Yeah, those two are on the same balcony. I say balcony. They are on a rooftop, but that rooftop is higher than the ones you're on. Not by a crazy amount, but it's probably like 25 feet or so. Enough that it's a little bit higher than you, but not like a skyscraper in comparison or anything.
Well, so are the other two on the other end also on the same balcony?
Well, we only see
The
we
two on the
only,
far side.
we only see the two on the front. Those are the only ones we know are there. The other two we don't. The other two, that's where we remembered guards being, but they're not there as far as we can tell. We only see two.
That's what I'm asking. It depends how you approach. Like, if depending on where you go, you might be able to like see them, but like from where you're going right now, you can only see the ones that are slightly above, just based on your viewpoint. And you're approaching this area that's a little bit more well lit, and then I marked the other ones because Eldrin did see them before, so he knows like this is where there were guards, and at least two of them are missing.
So from the missing guard's position, is it another balcony, like where the missing guards used to be? Like a balcony that can gain access to the inside.
Okay. Sorry, can you just repeat that one more time, please?
The area where the guards used to be, is it also a balcony with access to, whatever's inside?
Yeah, so from what you could see, there's this box, this rectangle, right? I probably shouldn't have drawn this building on the inside of the rectangle. I probably should have done it like this. But okay. The inside of the rectangle is a clearing. You saw that there's a lot of torchlight coming from there. And these two circles is where there were guards. You can now see that there are no guards.
So we could potentially use that to gain access.
Possibly.
Is that area dark enough where if we jump there we won't be noticed?
It's darker because it is high. Like the torchlight is mostly coming from below on the inside of the rectangle. All these pieces on the perimeter are all on rooftops. They're all slightly darker, and the only reason you can see the people on said higher perimeter is because they all have like lanterns or whatnot, so you can see their silhouettes. So to answer your question, it's dimly lit. It's not pitch black because you're approaching a heavily lit area, but it is not like in the spotlight or anything.
Okay. So I just motion to Vernon and say, do you want to take out the guards or do you want to stealth in?
I feel like it'd be more useful to place support here and get rid of any immediate threats rather than get ourselves killed trying to go in.
I just look around the ground and I don't see Throb anywhere.
So you guys went up to the dimly lit area where the guards were that are no longer there?
I mean, we could, but...
Well, okay. Straight up, you cannot see into the rectangle unless you go closer. So that... What I'm saying is, from your point of view, you can see a couple guards. You can see where there used to be guards. And there are no longer guards, but you cannot see inside the complex.
Well, let's go to where the guards used to be.
Yeah, this is like the... Yeah. the tricky part here. And Vernant, you can't see like anything until you get closer.
So
Okay.
I'll just, guide him towards where the guards used to be.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as you do so, you go up and over where they used to be. Again, this is like fairly. It's not super well lit right here because there are no longer guards with lanterns here anymore. You look over and you do see these two on this wall. They're still stationed. You do see these two. Those are still stationed. And then you look below and you can see there are 4 guards in the courtyard here in this open area. And at this point, they're standing kind of like 2 by 2 on either side of a doorway that's right here. You look and you don't see anything at first. Go ahead and make perception checks. I would say probably with advantage. It doesn't matter, you got net 20 anyway. So, Elgin, you kind of like point over to Vernant. You see Leah running along the wall, like trying to get down, going towards this doorway. Leah, as you try and follow in with the chaos, Throm is led into the building. You lose track of him. But again, with all the defenses, you hear somebody, "Hey, you! Stop!"
Well, he is gonna bolt in, I guess.
Okay.
Not sure if you heard her.
So what did you say? Sorry.
Actually, sorry, what? Me or Nick? What?
Leah.
Right. Yeah. If she gets noticed, then she's just gonna bolt it. She's gonna bolt it to the east side where Throm went, basically.
Okay. Just straight up, there are 4 people with loaded crossbows guarding that door.
As in, right next to the door or overlooking the door.
No, like there are watchmen that are around the perimeter. For one,
Okay, they're just
that's the first line of defense. The second line of defense is there are 4 more people, 2 on both sides of this door, directly defending this door.
In this moment, I kind of looked at Eldrin, and I'm just like, well, let's get rid of the guards up here, at least. Work on that.
You can still attempt to shove your way past them if you want to, especially because rogues have like disengage or whatever to get into the building, but they're you'll alert, or you've already alerted 8 people at this point.
Boy, howdy, I'm glad I'm not there.
Right now, I'm just looking at Verna and just go, okay, so we're trying to rescue the big one, not the small one. Got it.
Yeah, Leah's basically it's the idea is she's just gonna try not exactly shove through, but more sort of just avoid, if that makes sense. So try to just bolt through, use the speed and the sort of confusion, like because they did spot it, but it's kind of like that moment of hesitation, all that, Because you say that one guard noticed the other guy's like as they're snapping, to her. She's just gonna basically try to bolt through if anybody tries to attack. It's just gonna be kind of a dodge or moving around, which kind of fits her sort of fighting style anyway, and her entire setup anyway.
No, that makes sense anyway because again, like you said, there's that brief moment of hesitation. You get spotted when you're like halfway across the courtyard, but also rogues have like bonus for disengage and stuff. So I'll just say thematically, yes, you run through, you take advantage of that split second, and you kind of burst through these like double doors. As very quickly, like one of them just straight up takes like a whistle and just like blows it as hard as he can, and the 4 immediately begin to run in after you at the same time. So I suppose I will give those that are on the roof, I will give Vernant and Eldrin one action, and then we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
So, are we nearby any guards right now?
Well, we can see
You
3
are-
right now.
You can see, gosh, this isn't on a battle map, but this guard,
Like,
that's probably like 100 feet away,
Okay.
and then
So I'm not within distance to attack anyone.
12, 24. So this one over here, the hypotenuse a little bit more because it rounds it. Yeah, this is like double. This one's like 200 feet. 200 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, nobody
I mean, I don't
knows.
really have an action that I can take like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Outside
so
of trying to fire a crossbow, which I am not good at.
The only thing, so what you get is you don't add your proficiency to the roll.
Yeah,
You
I
can
know.
still use the weapon, you just don't get the +3 to hit or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But being more likely to hit makes me more likely to get ourselves noticed before we get to them, so I'd rather not try that.
I did. Since everyone's alerted now,
Well, not everyone.
they still don't know where we are, so
Yeah.
that's fine. Is there anything immediately near us? Or is it just a wall?
So you guys
Like,
are
is there a
on,
building to fuck into?
you guys are on a rooftop. You actually see there's like a chair right nearby because the guard was here, assuming he was sitting in the chair. And there's like a smokestack, like a chimney. But besides that, there's not really a whole lot of cover here or anything. It's literally just like a rooftop.
Oh, good. How big is the chimney?
It probably goes up another 7 or 8 feet, and it's probably, I don't know, 4 feet by 4 feet on the outer wall.
Um, is there a safe way down then?
Make a perception check, I suppose. Hold on here. You have, so this is kind of like the split second. You have like one action before we actually, like roll for real. Where you are right now, you see the chair, you see the smokestack, and again, there's really not. I'll say with your perception, you do notice that there is a ladder that's been like just like makeshift, like built after the fact that leads up to this rooftop. That like goes like down the ladder is right in the middle of the rectangle.
I mean, if we're not spotted, I don't see any reason to draw attention to ourselves just yet. Let's wait.
Okay.
They blew the element of surprise. We haven't.
Okay. So, Zlatota and Martha. So as you're making your way back, just because of how, let's see, close you were to the complex, they were moving at the same time. I'm trying to think of time-wise. So you get maybe like 2 streets down or whatever, and you just hear it cutting through the silence, just a whistle. Just like,
Nice whistle.
I didn't want to do like an actual whistle right into the.
Rip headphone users.
Yeah.
She just gives Zlatota this very ow.
Yeah. See, I tried to hold it away.
She just gives Latota this concerned look, but they keep going.
Yeah,
I hope
I'm not
they're
stopping.
okay. She
Well,
just sort of squeezes his hand because she's nervous.
Also blind.
Nervous, blind, and now thinking her friends are probably dead.
All right, homies. I guess this is a good place to take a break. Let's go ahead and take a break.
I mean, if we're ending at 11 like usual, then the break would just be that we're ending.
Yeah, but I don't want to end yet.
I mean, I can go for a bit longer.
Yeah, what do you guys think? You guys want to go till 12?
I kind
Up
of
to you guys.
I kind of made a commitment to someone that I would play a game with them after this, but I could go until 12, but
No,
I
it's
would rather have time to spend.
okay. No problem. We can end it at 11.
Or maybe like
So-
just do like the most active encounter right now and then finish it up.
I was debating whether to Eldritch Blast the guy that's 100 feet away, but then don't give our position away, because an Eldritch Blast is literally a beam of light.
Yep.
Okay, so just cinematic wise. So Leah, how long did you wait until he entered the building? Did you like give it a few minutes, or like he entered the building and you were like, I'm going right in?
It was basically I tried to stay this as long as I could see, and then the moment I couldn't see him anymore, aka like the moment he was out of sight, then I started trying to sneak in and get in as well.
Okay, so you're not far
And
behind.
then I'll say it's up to you, like how much ground they gained, for me trying to actually sneak in and all that.
Okay. So, as you burst in, you can see like there's like a small entryway, and then there's like a hallway, like it's like a T intersection going left and right. This is a fairly big building, and you can see all along here there's just like a bunch of doors. Some of them are like kicked in and like look decrepit. But you can see like quite a ways down the hallway, looking to your right, Throm surrounded by 6 guys being kind of like manhandled down the hallway. But this is probably, I don't know, probably 120 feet away from you. They don't notice you quite yet. And so as these guards kind of like try to like rush in past you, there's like a brief where they're like trying to fit through the doorway, but they're all like pretty broad-shouldered, and then they're again coming after you. So I suppose if we're going to end it at 11, then I think this would be a good spot to cut it off, unless anybody has like one last note or one last thing.
Hmm.
I suppose it's a good cliffhanger.
Yeah, unless you allow for a quick short rest, which is not exactly a good thing in the middle of a battle. Then no, there's no notes to do here.
Nope.
Yeah, I have to make do with the one spell slot.
It's just like hold on, get out the food, let's take a break in the middle of this rooftop battle.
I know, right? Well, we're technically not part of it yet.
Technically not part of it, but I feel like if we make camp in the middle of this roof, somebody's bound to know this.
Nah, just sit there in darkness for an hour.
Alright, well.
Alright, homies. Well,
Like it's the goodest place to end it is we're gonna get tonight.
Yep. So that's where we'll end it, and we'll pick up next time.
We literally spent the entire session just trying to stealth our way into the complex. Ended up failing big anyway.
Well, no, we the two people who fail the most often are the only people who are not like in jeopardy of death right now. If you think about it.
I didn't get a bad roll. It's just that my DC. It's just that the DC for what I tried to do was quite high. I rolled a 16 total.
Yeah, I was like, you're going through a well-lit, heavily guarded complex after something just like they're on alert. Like it was a.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just have to roll a 12 to get above 20 with my expertise and all that. So I'm like, it's chance-wise, I still have like a 45% chance to beat something like a DC 20. I'll take the risk, but then I roll an 8 or something, you know?
Straight up to get in there, DC was 25.
That's rough.
Yeah. Considering the circumstance, they're on high alert.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Here's a time for a what if situation. What if I decided to hit the guy that was 100 feet away from me on the opposite side twice?
To be
Oh,
very,
that wouldn't have ended well. That wouldn't have ended well.
I don't know what their AC is. I'm not gonna bet a game.
I think it's around 15 or
It depends.
lower.
It depends on what he's using as the base model for his guardsmen. If he's still using the same bandits that he was using before, 12. But I don't know.
Yeah, but 15 damage is not enough to one-shot him, so...
Oh, it's not. Absolutely not.
alright, homies. I'm stopping the stream.